Let's talk a little further on preposition or particle ambiguity. In text, sentence F5B also contained a phrasal verb put and on. The analysis of that sentence is as follows. His wife is the noun phrase, and we have verb phrase put on and noun phrase her bonnet. So now take sentence 5A. The vicar settled down to his chair. So if we bracket it, we find that we settle is followed by down. So this string again is a phrasal verb. Settle down is a phrasal verb, but this times there is no NP as complement inside the verb phrase. The vicar settled down to his paper. That is a prepositional phrase, and it's also to is preposition, and his paper is a noun phrase. So settle down requires the PP to his paper for the meaning intended here. So it must be followed by a prepositional, which is adjunct. The vicar settle down does not mean quite the same. If we remove the adjunct from, it does not make the same. We had talked about when we were talking about verbs that certain verbs do take an adjunct as an obligation, as an obligatory adjunct. Another instance of a phrasal verb can be found in 5C, that is, she went out. Out relates to go. The phrasal verb bring in and put up are transitive, and settle down and go out are intransitive in their meaning. The phrasal verb hand over in, she handed over the paper to the vicar, is ditransitive. Hand over what? The paper. To whom? To the vicar. So it's a ditransitive. Ditransitive, I'm sure you must be aware of the verb that takes two objects, direct object and indirect object. So trying verb gapping in coordinated structure with put on, settle down, go out, etc. and hand over shows that they constitute one unit. So phrasal verb plus a preposition, or better, a particle, constitute one unit, single unit, and behaves like a single lexical constituent. For example, Mrs. Kerr put on her bonnet and Mr. Carey put on his hat. So Mrs. Carey put on her bonnet and Mrs. Carey his hat. So other example of phrasal verbs are sit down, take off, switch on, look up, call off, call up, write down, bring up, give back, give in, right? And there are a lot more phrasal verbs, and they behave like a single unit, as if they were single lexical unit. So it's very important to know that their particle does not belong to what follows, especially if there happens to be a noun phrase, but they belong to the preceding verb, and together with the preceding verb, they form a single unit, a single lexical unit.